Hello to one and all. Welcome in and back into the channel. I appreciate you all coming by. Hoping to help you all out any way, shape, form, or fashion. Today's date is going to be March the 13th, 2026 at 9:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I am sitting at. Let's dive right into this tutorial. So, what in this tutorial here, we're going to be installing a scriptputv.net plugin, and it's called Roadworthy. And what this plugin here does, guys, is it gives you more immersion and more IRL into the game. What this here does is it's got different types of broken headlights. One-eye bandits is what I call it, which is one headlight. I call it a one-eye bandit. You're gonna find cars that are smoking, cars that's on this rims. And when I tried this earlier in the day, it also heard sounds of a backfire too, as well as a poor vehicle. So, and I don't want to waste any more time on it. This is a great little script plugin. Let's dive right into it. So the download links you're going to click on below. The first one is going to be Roadworthy 6.9 by BJ USA, and I'm going to have to salute this guy right here, not only because of the USA, because he done a real good job on this plugin. I absolutely love it. When I tried it earlier during the day, and you are awesome, and I hope you continue. I don't know if this is your first coding or not, but if it is, I hope you keep going with it, because you are awesome, and I love this little script plugin. So you can go for the pictures right here if you guys want to, and then I'm gonna scroll down here, and then it came out on January the 12th, which is up on this recording here, 3 months and 1 day. So go ahead and download this file here and agree to download if it asks you. And it's going to take you straight into the download. Once you all get done doing that, whip that app there on your desktop. And guys, remember, I always open up in RimWire. Next thing we're going to do now is go and find our GTA 5 main directory. So come down to your File Explorer, right click on it, and go your Pin to Quick Access Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to do that by now. So, just in case if you don't, look on top right hand corner of your screen. You're going to see a pop-out box showing you all how to get to your Grand Theft Auto 5 Pin to Quick Access. It is much faster to get to. Now, before we open this up here, you want to make sure that you have scriptputv.net and your Lemming UI. You're going to make sure you guys have that. And if you guys don't, if you look on the top right hand corner of the screen, pop-out box showing you all how to put in your scriptputv.net and your scripts folder and your Lemming UI. So you all go watch that video if y'all ain't got your scripts folder in or anything like that. And then when you all get done doing that, come back in here and I'm getting ready to show you all how to put in Roadworthy. I'm going to go ahead and open this up here. Now make this big. Now you can go through here. It's got your own manual PDF file right here. If you guys want to go through that, you can. I recommend everybody actually do that. But it's going to be these 3 files right here we're actually going to put in. But come over here to your Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory, and then go ahead and click on your scripts folder. All right, I got every one of these scripts folder as you see right here. You're going to take these 3 files here, not the PDF file, but these 3 files right here, the Roadworthy DLL, INI, and the PDB. Left click, drag and drop inside of your scripts folder and let it fall in just like that. And then you go ahead and refresh on your scripts folder. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the INI file, which is going to be the Roadworthy. We're going to go ahead and open that up. And then let me close some of this out here. And then right here, this is a short INI file. So I'm going to go ahead and go through as much of this as I can. Right here, guys, on where it says scan radius. All right, in distance in meters around the player to look for potential violators. All right, suggestion 500.0 for a highway patrol, or 250.0 for a dense city patrol. I want to leave mine as default. All right. Now, if you guys want to do a city patrol, so I will set this back down to maybe to that number right there, to 250. All right. But the scan radius here, I'm just going to leave it on the highway patrol. I'm just going to leave it as is. All right. How often in milliseconds should script run its logic? Lower values makes detections, but uses more CPU. I'm going to leave that as default for mine, because it seems like if you go lower than this number here, it's going to interfere with your CPU, and I'm not going to change that myself, so I'm just going to leave that as default. Global violation chance, the probability 0.0 to 1.0 that was scanned vehicle will have a fault. So in other words, how realistic do you want this right here is what it's saying. 1.5 is going to be realistic. Let's see, am I reading that? Yeah, I am. 0.015, which is a 1.5, equals realistic. 0.05, which is 5%, equals a very easy shift, or a 0.10, 10% mechanics strike. So I'm going to leave this as default right here at 1.0. I'm going to leave that as default for me. Now here's the fun stuff down here. The max active blimps limit simulations markers to prevent map clutter. All right. So in other words, you can move this number down, because that's how many is going to pop up on your map. This is going to be 18. But enable blip, set the false if you want to find the violators using your own eyes. So in other words, you want that realistic chance there to go find them yourself. If you do, change that over to false. But if you guys want to keep it as true, let the blimps come to you, I'll keep that as true. Just for this tutorial video, I'm going to keep mine as true. Alright, and then down here on your violations, this is going to be the color that you're going to be working with right here. Alright, the smoke emissions right here, which is going to be a gray blip. And so in other words, you're going to look for a vehicle that's going to have a light gray or white smoke from the engine bay, or some type of smoke that's coming from the vehicle. All right. And then down here with this headlight failure, it's going to be a white blip. So in other words, what you guys is looking for on that one is one headlight, or what I like to call a one-eye bandit. So if you guys want to enable that, you can leave that as true. Same thing is up here too as well. And if you left your blips on as true, this is the color dripping blips that you're actually looking for. All right, your next one here is going to be your real mechanical structure, which is going to be a pink blimp. What you're looking for out here is, I'll go through this right real quick, guys. What you're looking for out here is going to be anything in the rear. It's going to be a broken tail light, or rear glass, or a broken windshield, or anything in the rear part, anything in the rear part, which is your back end of the vehicle that you're actually looking for. Broken safety glass is going to be a blue blimp right here, guys. What you guys is looking for out of this one right here is going to be anything with a broken windshield to a broken side mirror glass or anything broken like that, and you can even treat as a welfare check could be stolen. So that's an RP suggestion right there. So that's pretty good. Door jar right there when somebody comes up and actually try to gets in your car. Somebody try to steal your car. You can tell your door's been jammed open or it's being ajar. That's what you're looking for there. Anything to do with a passenger's door that could be unlatched or swinging down the road while driving. Negligent operating or faulty doors latches is what you're actually looking for. And here's the RP suggestion right there. And you can leave that as true. I'll leave every one of these as true, just the way it is. And your ghost cars right here is going to be your purple blimp. This right here is a good one too. Nighttime step or driver intoxication. Vehicle is operating at night, which is going to be 1900 hours to 600 hours. So 0600 hours. And if you use an Army time, that's what you're going to go by, and which is Army time is 1900 hours to 0600 hours. And that is going to be in your PM state, which is going to be your night state. But now, if you're using the 12-hour format, it's going to be anywhere between 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. So this would be a best visual to do that at night from what I'm reading here. And this is your RP suggestion right there. I'll just read that. And then down here where it says protected models, down here, I would leave this alone because I think he's got all the cars in here that where it needs to be, and he's got it all named. But even this right here, he said list of models that should never be flagged with mechanical failures. So I mean that means list model names that should never be flagged. So in other words, all these right here, guys, it's not going to be flagged as a broken or damaged vehicle. If I'm reading that right, I believe that's what that is. So I would not touch that at all right there. But guys, if you made any changes to this, none whatsoever, and go to File, go to Save, and then go ahead and close out. Guys, go ahead and close out of your scripts folder. And go ahead and close out of your roadworthy rimwire 7-zip. And guys, I'm ready to do an in-game showcase of roadworthy by BJ USA coming up inside of our lspdfr. Alright guys, welcome inside to the in-game showcase of your roadworthy inside of our lspdfr. Appreciate you all coming in here. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So as you can see, right along in here, as I am going through right in the heart of Hawk Avenue, you're seeing all types of blimps on my mini map, bottom left hand corner. What this here is, guys, is your roadworthy is working. Alright, so that's what that is right here. You don't even have to be on force duty for it even to work. It's going to work regardless. And I think right back here on this white vehicle, if I can get to it right real quick, and this vehicle right here, I'm gonna get her or him pulled over. Give me just a minute. But guys, I do appreciate you all coming in here, looking at this video. Hope it helped y'all out any way, shape, form, or fashion. So right here is a vehicle that I just seen. I'm wondering if it's got one of it's got yep, she is a one-eye bandit. and that was a white blimp, I believe. Let me double check my work here, and it's a headlight failure. So that we know that's working. That is a white blimp right there. So we know that's working. I'm just gonna let her go. Get out of here. Just like that. You're in my way. Go! In my way, man. Man, these cars, I'm telling you, every time I do a tutorial anymore, this right here happens. Alright, so we got the white blimp out of the way. Now, let's do a gray blimp if I can find one. So what I want to do is I want to open up my map, and then I'm going to zoom in, and then all in the surrounding area right here, which is going to be part of your distance in meters, right here on how many comes up. So there'll be more that will pop up. Some of them will disappear, and a lot of them will reappear. So it's all according on your game preference and stuff like that. The next one I'm going to try to go over is this pink one right here. So I'm just going to spawn into it right here. I know it's not realistic for me doing this, but I am just going to spawn right into it. And then right down here, looks like I landed on top of it. But this paint blimp right here is supposed to be the rear end part. Broken tail lights, broken windshield, as you can tell right there. So steering, got power steering problems too, dude. Really? So I'm gonna hop out, and we can tell that the paint blimp that actually works. All right. So let me just delete this vehicle, and then I'm gonna go over one more because I don't want to spoil it for everyone. I really don't. But I'm going to try to go over one more. I'd like to find a gray one if I can. So I may have to edit some part out here for a minute, but I would like to find a gray blimp. Alright, so now I have found a gray blimp right here. Alright, we're going to test this out right here just for a minute. And then this gray blimp it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a poorly vehicle, and you can tell we got smoke coming out of the hood. So get him pulled over here if we don't hit this deer. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, looks like he's on the run now. So, and that car's still smoking. Look at that. So we know this little plug-in here works. BJ USA, you are awesome, dude. You really are. I do appreciate this plug-in. The script plug-in, should I say. You are awesome. And I hope you're continuing more of your work. And I cannot wait to see it if you do. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for this tutorial right here. I do appreciate you all coming in here, hoping to help you all out any way, shape, form, or fashion, trying to lend that helping hand if I can. Let me go right here, right here quick. That's what I get. But guys, we know this script plug-in's working. I hope you guys enjoy it, because I honestly do. And guys, I will see you guys in the next one. And I am going. Y'all have a good one, and peace out.